Welcome to the video for the 2024 ExJW Help Day results. Two quick things as we get started. Number one, instead of me sitting in my studio telling you things and you watching me, I thought I'd take you on a recent hike to a few places in Illinois that Jenny and I got to go to. We're going to go to Garden of the Gods, Illinois. There's also one in Colorado, but not that. Also Rim Rock and then Cave in Rock. And as you watch, if you so choose on YouTube, you're going to get the updates as to the results of our annual ExJW Help Day. Obviously, if you're listening on the podcast, you're not going to see the video. So either way, it still works. So the second quick thing is that if you don't know what it is, and you're like, well, what the heck is ExJW Help Day in the first place? I'm going to post a link in the description to the announcement for it and to the website where you can learn more. But the TLDR version is that my show anniversary is September the 2nd. And because I have a platform through the podcast and the YouTube channel, I wanted to see if I could turn it into something fun for myself and something that might benefit others. So I recommend that people go out and connect with the world around them by doing random acts of kindness on that day. I raise money each year and I match the first couple $100 myself. And then I usually go out into the local community here in the Louisville, Kentucky area to do some cool things that I then report back for those that donated. And hopefully to inspire other people to get out and do things too. I'm not special in some way. There's nothing that prevents you from doing any of these things as well. So this year, since it's primarily ex-JW women that donate, I wanted to see what I could do to help in the ex-JW community, focusing on women wherever possible. So let's just go ahead and dive right into the details. And afterward, I'm going to give a little behind the scenes information that you may find interesting. This is our fourth year doing this, and we usually raise somewhere around $500, which plus my $200 match is somewhere around $700. Well, this year we blew that out of the water, in large part to a very generous donor that dropped $1,000 in the pot, and we ended up with a total of $1,525 that was donated. I always take distributing the money very seriously, and as such, it always takes more than a day. I know it's ExJW Help Day, but this year with the extra amounts and the difficulty of doing it all online, where I was looking for opportunities to help and trying different ideas, it took a lot longer than usual. ExJW Help Day was more like ExJW Help a couple months, and I'll expound on that later. Now, as I give you numbers and talk about what we were able to do, I'll be sticking to round numbers because there are fees that come out of certain transactions, but I always cover those above and beyond my promised donation. We also ended up paying out $1,535. So $10 more because at the end I had two families to split money between and I wanted to make it an even number. So I threw another $10 in there. But there will be an accounting in the description as well, just for transparency. I'm taking people's money every year that we do this, and I go above and beyond to make sure that it all goes to people as originally intended. With that said, let's go ahead and take a look at what we were able to do. First, I reached out to some women that run some ex-JW groups on Facebook. To kick things off, I wanted to offer to just pay for dinner for them. And one reached back and we were able to chat a bit. So I want to shout out Amelia and her group, Breaking Chains, Child Custody Disputes Against JWs. Amelia is a badass, and Jehovah's Witnesses are often absolutely awful and will try to take children and turn them against you with all of the power of their community while ripping everything away from you, the other parent that is no longer in the cult. So I found out that she might be actually meeting up with a Pimo. So with the donations, we gave them money to help buy dinner for both of them. Another idea that I had was to help somebody celebrate their birthday. And when I stumbled on a post on Reddit from a woman that was celebrating her first birthday as a Pimo with nobody to share it with, and that she had purchased her own cake and presents, I knew we could make that more special. So I reached out and let her know how happy I was that she was celebrating and that she was doing it wrong by buying her own things. So I asked her to let us do it. The messages that I got back from her were amazing. In fact, I got lots of amazing messages back from people that we were able to help. And at the end of this, if you're watching it on YouTube, I'm going to post screenshots at the end, obviously with identifying information removed. And then those that donated can read them on YouTube to know how your donations were able to really move somebody else. There's a lot more to these stories, and people let me know, more about them personally in the messages and why this is so special. On another random day, my wife and I went out to eat at a Mexican restaurant that we enjoy. It holds a special place in our heart as it was the location of what my sister termed the Last Supper on social media, the last time my family would ever meet with us before they decided to shun us before we ever even left the cult officially. I always think it's cool to tip more than the meal, so we gave a big random tip to the server there. And now they aren't ExJW, but the place holds important memories for us. And as far as I can tell, it's a mom and her family that seem to be there running the place every day. So maybe it wasn't an ExJW woman that we were able to help out in this way, but it was still close enough. As time went by, I kept looking for opportunities to brighten somebody's day, but also to do something that could contribute to moving someone forward in their journey a bit. I knew some of the things I was looking for, and when I saw a woman in an ExJW Facebook group talking about how she was starting her own business and how empowering it was to be able to do so and how excited she was, I knew that we had to reach out. I asked how we could help, and it turned out that she had some marketing materials in a cart online that she put together, but she couldn't pay for yet. And she let me know how much those would cost. So we made sure to take care of covering those. And then we also gave her more to use because starting a business always costs more than you think it will. So we were able to help her out a bit. And in fact, now I'm going to kick that up a notch. And I want to shout out Bell's Bookkeeping, which can be found at bellsbookkeeping.net. That's bells like jingle bells, bellsbookkeeping.net. So if you or someone that you know could use somebody to keep track of their business financials, she runs a remote service so she can work all over. And maybe we can help her find some clients as well by spreading the love. Share a link to people that you know. Maybe we can help somebody to do more than the cult ever wanted her to do. So I'm going to share a link in the description to bellsbookkeeping.net. And again, let's shout her out as a community. And perhaps somebody could even work with her and help her further down her path. My next foray into using the money was to help in a situation that I have to be pretty sensitive around. I'll explain that in a second, but we gave a scholarship to somebody that very much deserves it. To protect their identity, I won't say much, but let's just say that some women in the cult have never been given a break, and this person is trying to get an education that will allow them to live an authentic life outside of the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses. They've already been through so much. Not going to get into that, but I really can't think of anyone more deserving of a hand up. There's so many people living that Pimo life, having to go through the motions of being something that they know isn't true, being physically in a cult, but mentally out. They know it's not true. They know it's not healthy, but they have to serve the very thing that has hurt them the most. I wish we could give everyone a chance to get out of that cult, but know that we paid for half a semester of school and helped to remove some of the burden from this person as they fight and scratch and claw their way toward independence. I also stumbled upon someone that, after being shunned, was trying to have a baby shower, but really wasn't getting much support because, well, they were shunned and didn't have any support. I can't think of a much better thing than helping a new little baby get off to a good start outside of the cult with two parents that broke free from it themselves. She was trying to get a little help, and we were definitely able to step up and help there too, which was much appreciated by them. And my last idea, at least the last one that worked this round, was to see if I could find some kids to buy Christmas presents for. So I posted in a group looking for people that were celebrating for the first time. And we ended up getting to help two families that let me know how much they could use it. One is a single dad with a son that's trying to figure out how to even celebrate the holidays. And the other is a mom of three that's celebrating for the first time this year with a tree and everything. So we did what we could to get them off to a good start on their first Christmases celebrating in this particular way. Again, I'm going to post the replies that I got at the end for those that might feel encouraged by seeing them. Doing this every year is a really special thing, and I'm not gonna lie, it's also a lot of work. I do my best to take it seriously, and I want all of you that donate to feel special that you got to donate to something that truly matters. Whenever I start these things, I don't know how they're gonna go, and so I tend to be a little more stingy with the money at first, and more free as things go along, and I get a clearer picture of what works and what won't work. I don't want to run out of money and still have really cool ideas that I'm trying to do. So it's difficult to try to balance it all. And the things mentioned here are the things that were a success. There were other ideas that I had that didn't pan out. In fact, I even had an idea to do a really cool new YouTube channel using some of the funds for tools needed to do it. But after working with the person for a few weeks on the possibilities, unfortunately, it didn't work out. Or I also reached out to other people who never reached back. Or perhaps I couldn't find good contact information for certain individuals. It's always funny to me how hard it is to actually give away money, at least in a thoughtful way. But when you hit the right idea at the right time with the right people, you can create a moment that really matters to everyone involved. So look, this was ExJW Help Day 2024, a day that ended up being a couple months of trial and error, of trying to be patient and looking for ways to jump in and help that would put smiles on faces. But today is a day, and tomorrow will be a day too, and the next day will also be a day, and the next. If you see an opportunity and you're in a position to do something, feel free to offer something. Send a kind note to cheer somebody up that's down, just to let them know that you care and value their friendship or whatever that relationship may be. Connect with the people around you. Heck, connect with the world around you. If you're on YouTube and you're watching the video of the 3 places that my wife and I hiked in that day, we talked with people on the trails, even just offering a passing joke or saying hello. Some people may not even get a hello from another human being very often. And I mean, you never know what it is that might make somebody's day. If you're not a people person, get out on a trail and pick up some trash as you go and pack it out and don't talk to a soul. That's fine too. There's always ways to connect, and it can be tailored to wherever you are today. And you don't have to have money, and you don't have to make YouTube videos about it. And again, for the haters out there, if you're too stupid to watch this without thinking that I'm just doing this to be self-aggrandizing in some way, and you can't see the good here and you have to piss on it, well, that's on you. But there's a lot of really wonderful people who I hope might watch this and see that, like, there's lots of ways that you can get involved. There's lots of ways that you can help somebody else. There's a lot of hurting people in the world today for various reasons. And instead of being bitchy about things, get out there and be nice to somebody, make somebody smile, do something kind for a stranger. And there's always opportunities every day. In fact, what you'll see is that the things that I did on this video, I didn't even have to leave my house for. I literally did this all online. I never met any of these folks. So you don't even have to leave your house to do something nice for someone else and to receive the benefits of doing so for yourself, because it feels good. There is no true 100% altruism. We all do things because they make us feel good too. That's just what it is to be a human being. So go out and make somebody else's day, and you don't know that you won't make your own in the process. So until next year, I'll end this like I've ended so many podcasts. Love yourself and others, do no harm, and go be happy. Or maybe even go make somebody else happy.